And we're back to exploring the pretty world. Now that the invader was gone, I could see where the river leads, which was right into the dragon's lake. Luckily for me, it seemed the dragon didn't notice me, so I could explore at least a little here for now. First order of business was picking this pretty flower. And for some reason, my fully developed brain, I think it is anyway, was to go for this random piece of loot in the middle of a group of enemies. It could have been a butterfly for all I knew, but I was going for it. Now, I did notice that the gas there seems to eventually go away after it's been spewed. Like Great Mob, oh, damn, that's a big crab. Like the Great Blob from Monsters vs. Aliens, I had a plan. Now, back to exploring, I found these sick ruins that were still outside the effective range of the dragon, so might as well, right? Sadly, I had to put down Fido to get in them, though. Look away, dog lovers. Personally, I'm more of a cat guy, so it was no biggie. And first piece of loot I found is what I'd call lunch, so I knew this place had good stuff. Now, I was hearing enemies, so I was trying to be sneaky, but then I realized it was just some peasants, so I threw caution to the wind and ran in. And after stunting on this peasant, I knew I'd messed up. I'm used to square being my attack button for games, okay? It being heal is weird. I did beat them without any heals though, even though they were very hostile. And I mean, they were all very hostile. All of them. Not my fault. They were guarding precious runes, okay? Now, I didn't want to explore the bottom of the ruins just yet, just in case it was a boss. So, back to exploring for now. I did see a lovely turtle. What? Did you think I would hurt him? Because you're right! Oh dang, this shell's tough. Oh my god. It's not even worth it at this point. Anywho. After that, I saw a dude absolutely slumped over a pit that I had to resist the urge to jump into. And to wrap up this area, I saw what I thought was going to be a cool spot for loot, but nope, it was just a crab's home. And the cherry on top is it was within the dragon's radius. Woo! As I was leaving, I think I was trespassing because the neighbors were not happy to see me on their lawn. And then I crossed this bridge really easily. I don't know how YouTubers and streamers struggle with that so much. Then I found a fair maiden. That was very nice. Seems that every episode is destined to make a new friend for me.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander, I fear for father's life. The servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle? My sole wish is that he escape. even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank you. Dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Of course I'm going to help her. I may not look it, but I'm still a gentleman under this helmet. Found a site of grace, meaning I could head back to the ruins now. I figured since enemies here were so frail, and I could easily just throw caution to the wind and kill them all. Bad idea. The dogs got very fresh bones that day. So then I opted for the stealth route. They may be the dogs, but I'm the one who had a bone to pick with them. And hey, I did find the stone sword key for my troubles, so it was worth it. But then, nightmare struck. Something far worse than any dragon lied beneath these ruins. Rats. I made my way down, and just as I feared, rats. Lots of rats.
Rats, we're rats, we're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night, we're the rats. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
I'm sure these guys were thinking, well, rats. And for the victor, the prize. Secondhand smoke. I got transported to these pretty cool looking mines. So, I mean, what's the worst that could happen here? And after successfully sneaking up and backstabbing the first enemy, my backstab normally kills. It didn't even take half his health away. I'm cooked. Maybe the first time I'm happy to die. I'll get put back in Limgrave, and everything would be fine. Oh no. Oh god. I'm recooked. Reheated even. I eventually made it to a site of grace in this hell, and could leave. Leave like right now, and definitely not go back for my rooms. Who would do that? Me. I would. I found a golden rune 5, which, you know what, probably paid for all my old runes anyway, so we could leave now. Hopefully. And while I'm here, why not see what kind of region I got put into? You know, see the landscape.
What kind of place is this?
The sky was red. What place do you know of with a red sky? One mini heart attack later about not being able to teleport, and I was safely home. And I wanted to try something to see where it leads. It didn't work. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you might need more than one, or I might have to do something to the one I got, but it just wouldn't take. But I knew I had it. I knew I had the right item. It just wouldn't take for some reason. But don't fear! There was another callback I had up my sleeve to try. I was trying to scout out the place, but in my ignorance I must have forgot I was the heavy class, and alerted the guards. And I quickly learned why the saying is thrown to the wolves. So, I might as well take initiative and strike first. I mean, go for a really cool hero landing to alert all the enemies. And like an addict, I died for the pot. Okay. New plan in this Den of Wolves was to take out the big one first. Because I thought they'd be like demi-humans and would all back down. I was wrong. But I still succeeded in the end, nonetheless. After making a literal dog pile. Now, going deeper... Oh, excuse me. I could see my destination, but knew I was missing stuff. Like these dang shadow wolves, who I guess were just sleeping through me killing all their friends. But now that my desire for destroying an ecosystem was fulfilled by killing all the predators, I was ready for the boss. Now, this guy was tough. Cool, but tough. He wasn't the fastest, but he hit like a truck. Now, I knew going into it he had a roar ability, because I looked at the video's thumbnail. No, I'm joking. But I knew I couldn't stay close to him as the other bosses because of how he attacks. And after what I thought was a very solid first attempt, I had a plan of action. But what will you do against a boss who hits that hard? Glad you asked, my dear Watson. I was just gonna hit harder. It seems like a Beastman was no match for my beast mode. Oh, that was stupid. I'm out of here.